Hello, hello, my beautiful sacred masculines, and anybody else who finds their way to this video, to this reading, to this channel. Welcome. It is time for another weekly sacred sensual tarot and oracle card reading. Woohoo! We have some really powerful energies right now as we're moving into eclipse season. Actually, we're in eclipse season. The last new moon started the energies off, and we're building up to the lunar eclipse in Libra on the 25th. So whenever you're coming to that, the 25th of March, whenever you're coming to this, just know that these are the energies that we're in right now as this video is being created. But of course, anytime you find yourself watching this, there's something here for you for sure. So yeah, eclipse season is always some really powerful energies and really powerful endings and completions of cycles. It tends to clear out some energies that are no longer serving us and is a real new starting point for us. So being that this eclipse is falling in Libra, that's the sign of relationships, partnerships, harmony, balance, union. Likely to be some relationship changes and some energy pattern shifts. You know, it doesn't mean relationships are going to end or anything like that, although that's certainly going to happen. But clearing out some old ways of relating that simply are not serving us, and that is so valid and so so perfect for what we're doing here on this channel, discussing and contemplating and working through sacred sexuality and being in greater fulfilling union with each other. So this is an excellent time to really set some intentions to let go of patterns that are not serving you and open up to new ways of doing relationship first and foremost with yourself and your own energies, and then with the other. Because again, always, if we're not in harmony and union and balance within ourselves, we're not going to have that externally. You know, our external world mirrors our internal world. So the more we can work on ourselves and clear out the crap that's getting in the way, you know, those unhealthy patterns, the more we're going to be in alignment for those healthy relationships that we so long for and desire and crave. So yeah, I am a little amplified today. I'm getting ready to head out to Greece on a personal pilgrimage. I'm going to connect with some really powerful sacred feminine goddess energies there, and I'm just so excited. I've been drawn to Greece for years, and the time is finally here, and now information is kind of like starting to come into my awareness more and more. I'm getting messages and downloads and interesting insights about why I'm so drawn there, and it's just really exciting. Just had some powerful dreams all night and just like really amplified. So that's my energy right now. And also, again, coming into eclipse season, we can be really feeling the energies amping up, or you might be like really tired and drained and exhausted. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of different ways we can experience these energies, really supercharged or really just kind of like you know, kind of wiped out. So, and all over the place. I mean, this can fluctuate all through the day. You know, that's just kind of the experience that we're in right now with some really powerful evolutionary energies the planet's going through, and that we as humanity are going through some big evolutionary changes. So, and relationship patterns are a big part of that. You know, for me personally, I have never done relationship in the conventional way, you know, since I was young, you know, in high school. Even before that, you know, I wasn't I didn't fit into the norm. I didn't fit into that one monogamy, I guess would be the best way to say it. But I just wanted to have more experiences, you know, that just one person, one situation thing didn't really work for me. And I didn't know at the time how to do that in a healthy way. And it's taken, you know, a lifetime of learning how to set boundaries and find the ways that work for me, and, you know, step into doing relationship in a way that is supportive of me and my own energies and my frequencies, and connecting with another who is able to work with that and support that and grow themselves in that energy. So it's been an interesting journey, to be sure, because we're really given kind of one model of relationship by our society. One model of relationship, which is monogamy, which is marriage at an early age, and you don't have sex until you get married, and then you can connect with that one partner, and only in certain ways. It's just like, that's what we've been handed, that's what the ideal is, and when we go outside of that, we get a lot of guilt and shame and confusion and frustration and heartache. A lot of challenges around going outside of that norm. A lot of questioning ourselves, a lot of doubt. Yeah, and again, that shame and guilt, it's just like, it's a killer. So I've pushed back on that my whole life, and hence my being here and connecting with you in this way around sacred sexuality, and around a new way of connecting with our sexual and sensual energies, and a new way of doing relationship that's more supportive of our true energies. And it's all across the board. Every single person's going to have a different thing that works for them. So we need to break free from that one model that we've been given, and explore, question, get curious, be willing to flow and adapt and question and open to new ways, and see what works, and question yourself. A lot of people just ended up in marriages without really questioning it. They're like, this is what I'm told to do, so I'm going to do this. And then turns out like, wow, that's actually not how my energy works, and this doesn't work for me, and it's not working for the other person. And yet now we're kind of stuck in this, and now we have children, and like, how do we navigate this? So there's a lot of divorce, or there's a lot of people just staying in a relationship that's not really supportive of them, and not knowing how to break free, change it, really push back on these deep karmic grooves that we've been given, these patterns, thousands of years. Like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. And some of us are pushing back on that, and some people are just frustrated and miserable in that. And I'm just grateful that we're here having the conversation. If you found yourself here, there's a reason for that. I absolutely trust that, and you're ready for a new way of doing this too. And no joke. It's not easy. It's not easy to push back on these systems, and really start doing the work to find yourself, and to come into harmony and union and balance within, to connect without in that same harmony, union, and balance. And you need to be connecting with other people who are also interested in doing that work for themselves, because when it's real uneven like that can really create its own challenges as well. So it's a ride for sure. But again, if you're here and you found yourself here, there's something about it that's speaking to you, and there's a better way, or a different way that could be some more supportive of you on your journey. So this eclipse season coming up is huge for this. Huge. If there's anything that you're ready to release, if there's patterns that you've been seeing, if there's new ways you want to open into a healthier union, and again, within yourself first, ways that you can strengthen your own feminine or masculine energies, ways where places you're out of balance, places where you want to connect with your own sexual and sensual energy more, and ways where that you've been in some unhealthy patterns that really aren't supporting you and bringing you fulfillment and nourishment, and a deeper love. This is always coming back into our hearts, always about coming into our hearts and connecting from that place of wholeness, fulfillment, self-worth, confidence, really cherishing and loving ourselves before we connect with another. And then again, there's that journey that we go on, and really coming back into our hearts, and coming back into self-love, coming into, I won't even say back into, because many of us have never known that before. We've never really loved ourselves and cherished ourselves and celebrated ourselves and our sexual energy, hence the problem. When we're coming to a relationship, getting involved in union from that place of emptiness, lack, void, that's what we're going to create more of. That's just how it works. It's just how it works. So we're going to get into situations and relationships that perpetuate that and strengthen that feeling of emptiness and loneliness and lack. So and then we're going to look to the other to blame them, right? we know this pattern, and then maybe that relationship ends, and we end up in another one that, like, oh, lo and behold, turns out to be the same thing. Because again, that's the frequency that we're vibrating at. So many of us, that low, insecure, low self-esteem, lacking, not coming from a whole healthy place, you know. So that's what we attract. Like attracts like, and it really takes some work and takes some effort to interrupt that, to change those patterns, to clear out those energies, and to connect with our hearts, to connect with that wholeness, and strengthen that, and evolve that for ourselves. So again, coming back to this eclipse energy, this is a very powerful time to clear some of those energies and those patterns out. Set the intention, do some inner work, sit down and look at, like, where are you coming from that place of emptiness? Where are you looking from somebody from externally to fill that void for you and to make you feel whole and safe and comfortable and loved? Where are you needing external validation? And maybe that's in the sexual area as well. Maybe you need somebody outside to help you, to make you feel complete and fulfilled and nourished. You know, that's when we need that from our partner, when we need that from some sort of external source, whether that be a partner, a job, a career, money, I was gonna say habits, but hobbies, or, you know, any way that we're looking to some external factor to fill this emptiness for us. Food is a big one, you know. Any like overly addiction, screen time stuff, you know, when we're really something outside to help us to feel whole and loved and complete. You know, whenever that's the case, there's where our work lies. There's where our work lies. And it takes some effort just to recognize that we're doing that. So again, take some time as we're moving into this eclipse energy. Where can you settle down and just look at, like, wow, where am I needing some sort of external validation or some sort of external source to make me feel complete and whole and safe and cherished and loved, passionate, sexual, whatever, you know? Where am I looking to the other to make me feel how I want to feel? And again, that other can be a number of different things. So, and when you sit down and you stop and you look at that and you recognize, that's where you can set the intentions to release some of those patterns, you know, and ask for help and from our guides, from the planets, from the cosmos, for whoever you connect with. Maybe it's angels, God, Christ, I don't know, you know, Buddha, many different energies and entities that we can connect with. Ask for support, you know. Please help guide me. What do I need to release? What are the patterns that are not serving me? How do I let them go? Asking for help and support in what can take their place. How do I connect more fully with myself? How do I strengthen my own light and shine my light brightly? How do I connect with my heart in a way that's fulfilling and nourishing for me, so that I can take that out into my relationships, you know? It's really helpful to just ask for support if you don't know, you know, if you're hearing me and you're like, I don't really know exactly what, you know, ask for help, ask for wisdom, ask for guidance, you know, to anything, just your higher self even, you know, like, help me know what I need to release right now, what is not serving my highest good, and then be still and listen. And this is where meditation comes in. We can get really still. It helps to calm us down a little bit, get it quiet. There's so much external, you know, distraction and noise and stuff going on. There's this constant activity and things coming at us. It's really hard to listen to ourselves and to hear ourselves. We're constantly just doing, busy. So take some time, again, settle, quiet yourself, ask for guidance, ask what do I need to release right now? And it will come to you, you know, and the first thing that comes is usually the thing. Don't question it. We'll be like, oh no, and the mind gets involved. I'm like, well, I don't know if that's it. I don't know. Did I really just hear that? Yes, if something came through, that's what it is. That's what it is. It doesn't have to be complicated. We love to complicate this stuff. It does not need to be complicated. Whatever's coming through for you, whatever you know is like ready, like what intuitively comes, those first hits, that's it, you know, that really is it. And you don't need to question it, and just like, okay, and then ask for release, you know. I set the intention to release. I set the intention to release this habit and pattern. I set the intention to release that which no longer serves me in my relationships and my ways of relating. And then open to receive new, healthier ways of relating, you know, open to receive the gorgeous bounty and blessings of the universe that are just there waiting to support us. You know, there's so many gorgeous allies and frequencies waiting to support us. We just ask for help, you know. They don't interfere. We need to ask for help. guidance, support, wisdom, whatever you want to call it, support. I love that, and I'm always asking for guidance. Please help guide me, and please help me know what I need to release right now, because I'll get in my head and I'm like, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, I love to complicate it. It really doesn't need to be that complicated. So, and really, taking some time around the sexuality too, the sexual energy. What patterns are not serving my highest good? What patterns are not serving my relationships? How am I coming to my partner needing more from them to, again, make me feel whole and cherished and nourished? Where am I looking outside to get that validation? We do that a lot around our sexual energy and our sexual connections. We need the other to behave a certain way, act a certain way, respond a certain way, connect with us in a certain way, come to us in a certain way, desire us in a certain way, show up in a certain type of way. And if they don't, there's something wrong with them, right? There's something wrong with them. I gotta bring that inside. For one, why did you attract that to you? Again, because that's where your work is at. It's the mirror. It's always the mirror. It is never the outside source. Trust me. It is never the external source. It is always a reflection, always a mirror. That's where your work is. Anything around you, any relationships that you're in where you're challenged, that's your reflection. That's actually your own energy that you're seeing. And it's when you start relating to it in that way and you start looking at it like, ooh, how am I like that? How is that actually my energy? It really changes things. That's a lot of self-reflection. That's when things really start opening up. Whenever you're triggered, whenever you're challenged, whenever you're upset, turn it around, go, okay, what is it in me that's getting upset right now? What is it in me how am I not showing up in the way I'm wanting somebody else to show up? It really, really kind of comes down to that, and it's about showing up for yourself. You have to show up for yourself. You cannot expect the other to show up for you and take care of you and make you feel whole. It's just never going to work. It's never going to work because they are doing their own thing. Everybody's doing their own life right now. We've all got our own things. And how do you connect with another in a way that supports them to do their own thing as you're doing your own thing? How do you support each other and create magic and alchemy in that way versus more tension and resistance? It's a path. On that note, we're going to light some sage. Thank you, beautiful fire spirits. Thank you, sage spirits. Gorgeous energies. Oh, so lovely. Thank you, sage. Woo! So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. And we're going to go to the cards to see if there's any wisdom. And I love this. On the bottom of the deck, it's the Lover's card, which is exactly what we're talking about right now. And look at, there's the angel up above, really supporting them, supporting that beautiful sacred union. That's what we're all moving towards. This is such a gorgeous card. And it's, again, we see this as two people, but it's the feminine and the masculine within. It's the harmony and balance and union within that's so beautifully supported by the divine, by the angels, by our higher selves, the angel energies. It's us. It's our own frequencies, where it's all one. It's all one. You can connect in that way. That's a beautiful, and there's the sun. It's just a shining, gorgeous. That's lovely. We're going to leave that out. So, perfect. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother Earth, Father Sun, planets, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Manwe, Eris, Sedna, Haumea. Those are some newer, new to us planets, dwarf planets that are very powerful energies and frequencies that are coming into our consciousness now because our consciousness is expanding. So we're going to start, connecting, discovering greater, or new objects out there, new planetary energies, because we are expanding and we're ready to connect with those higher frequencies, or not even necessarily higher frequencies, but newer consciousnesses. That's it. So thank you to all those beautiful planetary energies. Thank you, archangels, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and helpers, Buddha, Christ consciousness, anybody that we connect with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our higher selves. Thank you to our beautiful bodies for supporting us so beautifully in our journey. Thank you to you for being here. I'm so grateful. And thank you to technology for this opportunity to connect. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love the times that we're living in. Just wow. Wow. Whew. Yeah, thank you to all the gorgeous planets that are up there doing their thing, making eclipses, and all the things that they're doing to really support us in our evolution and our growth. Amazing. And thank you, Gaia, again, beautiful goddess that we live on. Thank you, all the sacred feminine, sacred masculine energies that we connect with. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, beautiful cards, for supporting us so beautifully, asking for any help and support as we move through releasing these unhealthy energies, unhealthy relationship patterns and frequencies that have been holding us back and keeping us stuck in patterns that just are not serving our highest good, that don't feel nourishing and fulfilling and supportive. How do we release? Any words of wisdom to really support that process? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo. Oh yeah. I love it. We got some great stuff going on here. All right, we're just going to stop with that. We've got 5 cards out here. And what's the other bottom of the deck card here? Ooh, I love it. Okay, beautiful people. Let's take a moment, open to the frequencies that want to come through, the wisdom and the messages. Thank you, everybody, again, for supporting us so beautifully. Thank you for this guidance. The first card we have here is the 2 of Pentacles, and you see this guy is doing a balancing act, right? And that's what we're talking about, coming into balance here, a balancing of our sacred feminine, sacred masculine energies. Where are we out of balance, and where do we need to strengthen one or the other? And that's something to really look at within yourselves. And this is something that I really support around in my programs. In the upcoming pilgrimage to India, we're going to be looking at this a lot, the sacred feminine, sacred masculine energies. Wounded feminine, wounded masculine, where are we stuck in any of these, and where do we need to strengthen? And once we bring this to our consciousness without knowing and understanding those patterns, the wounded feminine, the wounded masculine, the sacred feminine, sacred masculine, what are those? We hear these terms a lot, but what does that mean, really? We can get some general ideas, but we're going to look at these. We go through these very clearly, like in the program, in my 12-week program, which is starting, the next cohort is in June. So if you're interested in that and diving deeper into this, please reach out and let's get you all signed up. It's going to be amazing. We have a few people enrolled, and it's going to be it's a lovely cohort that's forming. I'm so excited, so excited. So when you're ready to dive into this more, again, like I was saying, until we understand what these are, the details of these, the fine, like going through, like what is wounded feminine, what is wounded masculine, it's we need to understand at a deeper level what these are so that we can see them within ourselves, because until we can see those and get conscious and bring them up to the conscious and release them, we're going to stay stuck in those patterns. I mean, that's just a blanket statement, wounded masculine. What is that? Let's get in there and figure it out and see where your patterns are. And that's what this is saying. We need to get in there and do that. We need to do that work, find that balance. Again, you got to get in there and get it up out of the unconscious, and only then can we release it. When it stays unconscious, It's unconscious. How can we release it when we don't know what it is, right? So that's what the work is. That's what the program's about. That's what the pilgrimage is about. That's what my energy healing sessions are about in spiritual guidance. You know, that's and my sacred sexuality sessions. You know, we get in there. Like, what are we dealing with here? You know, how do we release this energy and open to a new energy, new way of doing things? How do we support this new relationship, this new type of fulfillment that we want to have with ourselves, again, first and foremost, and then with the other? This is the Six of Swords, and this is, we're being greatly supported and we're being carried out of the old crap, and that's a lot of what these eclipse energies are doing. They're moving us out. The divine is here to support us beautifully. The planetary energies are supporting us beautifully and carrying us out when we're willing to do that work. You know, we're being greatly supported. We have all of this support. We're at the end. That is the Ten of Swords. Stick a fork in us. We're freaking done. You know, the mental spinning, the old patterns, the old energies. It is time to be done. It's a time of completion. Let it fucking go. You know, and again, when we dredge that stuff up and we look at it, we're like, oh, okay, those are the things we're releasing. You know, utilize this eclipse energy to let go. And it is a lot of mental crap, you know, it's mental patterns, it's mental spinning out, it's mental old belief systems. They're just stuck on repeat. We keep repeating the same patterns, the same relationships, the same feelings, the same emotions, the same emotional patterns. You know, it all works together, you know, and this stuff is just trapped in our body, and we just keep doing it until we interrupt the pattern. You know, that it's just that simple. And that's what the program and all this stuff does. Here is the Four of Pentacles. This guy is holding on tight. This is usually a card about release. It's time to let go of those cherished belief systems, you know? All of this, it's time to let it go. And again, once we bring it up to our consciousness and understand what we need to let go of, then we're able to let go. Then we're able to just flow, you know, flow more easily and decide the new patterns and the new energies. That's the beauty of this work. It's not just about diving into the shadow, trauma work, you know, doing that, all that. It's also about, and now what do we want to move towards? What do we want to create for ourselves? Since we didn't really get the choice before, again, we were just kind of handed this experience from very early on. You know, this is the way relationships work, and we also picked up a lot of those patterns from our family, again, without our conscious choosing. So now that we're going to clear that crap out, now we get to decide what we want that to look like. And this is a lot of self-exploration and self-discovery. What actually works for me? What do I want? You know, a lot of us didn't ask that question until way too late. Now we're like, I should have asked that a long time ago, but it's not encouraged and not supported. So hence, we're in this new era. It's a new age. It's a new time. It's a time for new beginnings. It's a time for new energies. It's a time for new patterns and new flow. And then when we do that and we release and we let go, there's something here. This is the Pentacles. It's releasing, I'm feeling like releasing things in the body as well. You know, this is the Pentacles are our 3D world. They're our physical experience, their finances, their resources, their what is more tangible. And I'm feeling this in the body right now as we're discussing sacred sexuality in that context. What are we holding in our bodies, and what do we need to release? You know, I think that's a big piece of this too. We hold all of this tension, these patterns, especially the sexual energies, you know, like really you know, locked up in here. How do we let that go? How do we release that? It's time to look at that. And that's why I'm so into the sensual dance. That's why I do that so much. It's helping to break free. It's helping to clear those energies from our body, mind, and spirit. You know, we've got to get into the body. That's where we're storing all of this stuff. The mind, the body, our energy field. That's why we get into all of these. We work with this in a very holistic fashion. Body, mind, spirit, energy body, emotional body, mental body. You know, it's all of these things. Our soul. we have to do it holistically. We can't just focus on one because then we're just creating more imbalance, right? So everything that I do is always working with all aspects of ourselves, you know, again, body, mind, spirit. So here's the mind, a release and letting go and just being done. Here's the body, you know, a release and being done. Here's spirit, ushering us into a new way. So we've got body, mind, and spirit here, really supporting us to move into a new way, let go, release, find balance, you know, find that balance. And it is a little bit of a juggling act too. We have a lot of imbalance throughout, again, all parts, body, mind, spirit. You know, we're looking to bring all of those parts of ourselves into balance. So that is your mission, should you choose to accept it. And then when you do, we have the Knight of Cups. This is the romantic of the deck. He's just like coming with his offerings, and he's just like slow and confident and steady, and he's just like, yeah, I am rocking this. I've done the work. I'm ready. Let's have a healthy relationship. Let's connect. Let's be in divine sacred union. Let's just rock this thing. I got all the things going on here. And he's just confident. He's in himself. He's confident in his emotions, and he's just bringing it, you know. This is a gorgeous card. After we do the work, after we do the release, after we do the clearing, that's the promise, you know. And then that moves us into Temperance, which is just a gorgeous card of patience, alchemy, connection, giving and receiving, sharing, confidence. Again, it's a deep inner confidence and stillness and a peace. I see the peace. There's a giving and receiving. There's the feminine and the masculine, the back and forth, you know, just like that offering of beautiful peace and stillness from the divine, from our soul. This is an angel. This is a higher frequency, really supporting us. And there's movement, you know, there's movement back and forth in the action that this angel is doing. It's a beautiful, beautiful sharing of energies. And yeah, there's a real peace in this card, a real peace. And there's gorgeous light. There's a crown back there that's lit up, and a path into the mountains, into this higher way. And there's flowers, and there's, you know, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. That's the sacred feminine, sacred masculine again, just like, well, I guess both are feminine, but I guess with the crown in the back, there's the masculine in the mountains. That's, yeah. So, but there's a real balance and understanding of how to do being grounded and connected to the earth, and yet there's the emotional, intuitive side as well. So there's a lot of stability and balance and harmony and union here in this card. A real gorgeous connection of all the energies. Again, that's what we're moving towards. And then again, we have this Lovers card that just couldn't be more perfect for the energy that we're moving into right now. Beautiful connection, beautiful connection. But again, within, we've got to strengthen the feminine and masculine within, find that harmony and balance and union within. We cannot look to the external to fix us. We cannot look to the outside. We cannot expect our partners, our jobs, our anything to fix and fill us. It's just not going to work. It will never work. And if it does, it's very partial. It's limited, you know. You might get that rush. You might get that like, oh yeah, everything's great. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. And then really quickly, it's not the thing, and it's on to the next thing. Now I need this. I need this more. I need more of this. Now I need this. Now I'm going to move towards that. Now it's this. To fill. And there's nothing wrong with like continuing to move forward and have new experiences and, you know, moving on to, what's the word I'm looking for? Just growth and expansion, but not when it's trying to fill a void or a lack. And like, I'll be happy when, you know, when this happens, when they do this, when they change that, then everything will be okay. That's never going to come, again, because it's an internal thing that needs to fixing and changing, you know. It needs to bring it in. We need to bring it in. So that's what we've got with those cards. I think it's really gorgeous. I love there's body, mind, and spirit here. And so much about balance and union and really, and the love, the love, you know, really coming into our hearts. We're going to return to, this is the Mythical Goddess Tarot, and I'm using it as an oracle today because there's such gorgeous frequencies, and always connecting with that beautiful feminine energy, reconnecting with it. You know, we've been so hyper masculinated for so long, and so many of us are like recognizing and coming back to the feminine and really opening to that. And that's a piece that we need to do, is just strengthen that feminine within us, all of us, you know, all of us. It's just part of what's been shut down in our society and in our experience and our religions, and that's totally fine. But now it's just time to like rebalance. So let's see what our gorgeous sacred feminine energies have to share with us today. Thank you, beautiful sacred feminine wisdom energies, frequencies, the goddess. Any words of wisdom to support us in our process? Thank you so much. Okay. Woo. I think I'm gonna leave it at that one. Beautiful. Thank you so much. We have a fire card, and fire is again that energy of spiritual growth, transformation, passion, just like creativity, creation, destruction. Fire is really and transformative. You know, fire transforms everything. Woo, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Child, creative spark. Let's see what happens. What is said there? Okay, so that's like a court card. It's like a page. For those of you familiar with the tarot, this is like their page card here. So, the child of fire is the creative spark, the inner flame that is the essence of inspiration and creation that exists within every living thing. All aspects of her being are ignited with this creative force. Let this child's fiery spirit illuminate your inner spark of creativity that has been waiting since your conception to come to full blazing expression. The fire child is here to assist you in allowing your deepest creative essence to be inspired and activated by her joyous, all-consuming flame. Let your inner creative spark ignite your soul fire, that it may blaze forth into your life and bring the fulfillment you deserve. Well, how interesting is that? Yeah, where are you feeling creative? Where is that spark coming alive for you? And how does that play into all that we just talked about? You know, maybe there's something you're ready to create within yourself, within your relationships. You know, there's and within your relationship to all that you do in the world. You know, where is this creative fire or spark opening for you or speaking to you that you've been maybe putting on the back burner, and now it's time to like let this energy move forward? You know, again, when we talk about sacred sexuality, so much of it is about that fire energy and that passion and that purpose moving through. You know, we can easily tend to shut it down. I don't have time for that. I don't have money for that. When I get older, if I was younger, blah, 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 you know. So where is your creativity speaking to you? And as we're coming into these new fresh energies, the eclipse season, again, it releases and clears away. And it also begins fresh and anew. We're coming into Aries season as well, which is a brand new beginning, a brand new trip around the zodiac, and it's a fire energy. Where is that creativity and that fire and that passion speaking to you, and where are you ready to take that and move forward that will support your relationships? When we're in alignment with our passion, our purpose, that carries out into our everything that we experience, and all of all of our relationships, all of the ways that we're connecting and what we're bringing to the world. It shifts our self-worth and self-esteem when we're in alignment with our passion. When we're doing what speaks to our heart, it lights us up, and that changes and shifts everything, and that helps to clear away the dark, stagnant, stuck energies that are not supporting us. You know, when we're in our passion, when we're following our hearts, when we are, you know, doing what lights us up, I love it. And that's beautiful medicine, fire medicine right now, to burn away those old patterns, to burn away that stuck, stagnant, blocked energy. So that's a beautiful, yeah, as we're coming into Aries season, I mean, not yet, we're still clearing out with the Pisces energy, but and that's coming soon. So this is really beautiful, and this is a beautiful reading, and I pray that it supports you on your journey. And again, anytime you're ready to get going into this, like so much more, this is the time. I'm telling you, we are greatly supported with these energies, and it's an excellent time to start digging deeper and clearing out those things that don't serve you, so you can start to have that beautiful, connected, fulfilling, loving, passionate experience that you long for, that you know you're here for on a certain level. You absolutely know there's so much more here for you. We wouldn't have this desire for a deeper, more fulfilling relationship, sexual connections, spiritual connection, passions, purpose. We wouldn't have that longing if it wasn't our birthright, if it wasn't something we knew we were capable of experiencing and having in this lifetime. If there's something that's been placed in your heart, trust that, follow that, allow that to guide you, and open to it. We're each here for something really unique to us. You know, we have these beautiful sparks of light within us, these little flames that we need to kindle and allow to grow and allow to illuminate us and illuminate the world. You know, when we bring ourselves, beautiful things happen in the world. If we were all shining our light brightly, we'd be living in a very different place. But we've been taught to keep our light down and, you know, not to smother it, you know. So let's bring that up. Let's light that up. Let's get into this gorgeous fire energy. I love it. Let's clear these patterns out so we can be in our fire, in our passion, in our creativity, in our sexual, sacred sexual, alive expression. You know, let's freaking do this thing. The energies are ripe. The time is now. So thank you so much for being here. It is just, this is my passion and my purpose. This is what lights me up, like connecting with you, connecting with the divine, supporting us in our evolution and our coming into greater wholeness and balance and union, knowing self-love, knowing fulfillment, knowing that beautiful creative spark that just like makes our hearts sing and lights up our soul. How do we get to that? How do we connect with that? We have to clear this shit away. So when you're ready, let's get into this program, my 12-week program. Let's get into this pilgrimage to India. Let's get into some one-on-one time. Let's do this. I'm so excited to be supporting us so beautifully, and I look forward to all the wonders that arise and transpire when we get going on this path. It's been really powerful and magical for me and for the people I've seen go through this process. It's just so gorgeous. So yeah, however this is speaking to you, and whatever you're doing, you know, there's so many tools and techniques and options and paths to explore and travel to support us on our journey. You know, sacred sexuality is just one way in. There's many ways. So whatever speaks to you, whatever's lighting you up, or like, I wonder if, follow that. Follow that. That's your heart telling you, you know, trust it and follow it. This ain't no dress rehearsal, folks. Time is flying. It really is. So let's do this thing. Thank you again so much for being here. Thank you to all of our gorgeous frequencies for supporting us so beautifully, all the wisdom guides, spirit guides and helpers, Mother Earth, Father, Son, ancestors, everybody, angels, archangels, all the things. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence and your energy and for connecting with me. I'm so grateful. Sending you much love. Until next time, do like, comment, and subscribe if this is speaking to you. Bye all.